Good morning. I say good morning. It is 1 in the afternoon. I had an alarm set for 8 in the morning and I got up at 12. So I made some breakfast and some coffee and I've just edited yesterday's vlog. So today I have to uh, go scan some forms and then also visit the bank to open a business account. And then once I have the business account open, I have to do like various stuff online regarding the business account so I can finally start to make some money online. Check out my shop. But yeah, other than that, I don't have any appointments or anything. So time-wise, I'm pretty easygoing. I mean, yeah, I have to be at the bank office before 3:30, but like I think I can manage that. Other than that, like I'm not really time-bound.
You know, it occurred to me this morning when I was cutting up my apple that this is how you romanticize your life. You film it. Or you pretend you're filming it if you don't actually feel like doing it. And you make fun little rituals for yourself. Like when I put cinnamon in my coffee, I always sing a song to it. Just some random Croatian song and then I change it a little bit for my own taste. But that's how it goes. That's how you romanticize life. Just if you're filming it, you're making the little insignificant moments important. You make them worth being seen, you know? Oh, my video just exported. Okay, I'll be uploading it now.
I'm about to do my Spotify Wrapped. I don't know if I'm mentally ready for that. Finished my Spotify Wrapped. My top song was a surprise. It was Far Too Young to Die by Panic at the Disco. Which, to be fair, it's a good song. I just wasn't expecting it to be the top. However, my top band was completely expected. It was Silente, which is a Croatian band. I'm gonna link some of their music down below. I folded and sorted all my laundry, which means that I can now put all the dirty clothes into my basket, which probably means I should invest in another basket because if the clean clothes are in the basket, it means that the dirty clothes are on the floor. So, and I had another coffee in a new cafe today. Now this section is directly a reference to a Eurovision song. So Armenia 2023 was the song Future Lover by Brunette, and there's a line in there, wanna drink smoothies in new cafe. And I really like that song. And at first I wanted to call it Smoothies in New Cafes, but number one, I don't actually like smoothies. Number two, you can't really get smoothies in a cafe in Slovenia, at least not most of them. Three, I really, really like coffee. Okay, my dream job would be to be a coffee influencer. And I still could be. Still could be. Uh, but we'll see. But yeah, coffees in new cafes. And we mark it off here. So I've been working on my journal, and by journal I mean I call this one my calendar because it's got the days actually, and I use the other calendar for the things that don't need to be structured by days or months or weeks. And the system has been working for me most of the time. Like I've done it since last year, but like for example, I can see back in February, I've already been doing this. I have like space for appointments and then space for daily tasks. And this is what really works for me. This is what I really like. And I've been doing this for most of the year. Okay, well, sometimes I wasn't like super consistent with using my journal. And for example, in July, when I was traveling, I used it differently. I was just writing down daily events. It was more of a memory keeping than actual planning. But then, we come to uh, November. See, I've been using it back the way I used to, the way that works for me, appointments, tasks. Like, is it super consistent? Technically, yes. Even if I didn't put the dividing line, it's still like the top bit is for the appointments and the bottom bit is for tasks. Anyways, but then, now that with this internship, like my actual time um setup becomes a lot more important because I'm a lot more granular. I need to know like specific time blocks from when to when something's happening. Here I put this thing on the wrong day and but that's okay. So I started doing this, the basic time blocking, because that technically this journal, this notebook, this planner has time divisions, has what's it called? What's the word? Like, has line per hour, but I I don't know, it just really doesn't work for me. I need space to write down tasks for the day, like ahead of time. If there's something that I know I need to be doing on that specific day, I don't want it to be time bound. Like, for example, here I just put these two tasks because I knew they were happening sometime between that, but I didn't want to like tie it to a time. And yeah, for the next week, it's also on this big time spread. But then for the week after, because I already had things planned here, so I just put them down. But I think for the time here, I'm actually going back to the time slots. I'm just gonna expand them because before I only had like 5 spaces and it was about 3 hour per slot, but now I've expanded it to be like 2 hours per slot. So that first line will be 8 to 9 and then 10, 11, 12 to 1, I guess, and so on until I think about 11. Because to be fair, sometimes shows start and at like 11 or midnight. So I think that's good enough. And besides, if I have something in the time block, like I cannot do anything for those 2 hours, because even if it only takes 1 hour or less, you still need to include the commute and prep time. So if I have something at 8, I'm not going to schedule something for 9 because I need time, after the thing to get ready for the next thing. So, and that's just how my personal brain works. So I'm going to try that system. As you can see, I already put down a task that, because originally I put it here because I thought I was going to be doing this setup again. But this just isn't, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I'm just going to put down tasks and then events. And I think that should work. We'll see when we get to it, which will be in about 2 weeks. It's 9 in the evening. I've just spent hours scrolling on Instagram, which is a problem. I would prefer not to have done that. I already have an app on my phone that like limits use. It's called App Block, and so far it's blocking Instagram from 11 in the evening to 10 in the morning because I did have a problem with getting off the app and then getting on it first thing in the morning. But I think I might have to increase that. And yeah, I know one of the solutions is to just delete Instagram, but like I'm actually using it to communicate with people because everyone is on Instagram. Everyone I know is on Instagram. Like all the group chats are on Instagram. Also, I haven't eaten since breakfast, but I'm weirdly not hungry. I mean, to be fair, the breakfast was at like 12, so. But still, that was over 8 hours ago. Still, I probably should find something to eat. Okay, so I just went down in the kitchen. I mean, I could show you, but like I'm too upset. I walked in the kitchen and there was a big tray of my grandmother's cookies and a bucket of like oranges and stuff. And yeah, my mom delivered them when nobody was looking. Because for context, in Slovenia it's Saint Nicholas, or I guess tomorrow is Saint Nicholas, and you know on Saint Nicholas you deliver gifts. So she just left them anonymously in front of our door apparently. Because my first instinct was when I saw that in the kitchen, no, you know, knowing nothing about it, I assumed she walked into my house and like just left them there. She was like, "No, actually, I left them in front of your door. I'm not crazy like that." And like, you are. And I understand, you know, oh, it's your mother. She loves you. You know, you're complaining that you got cookies and oranges. Like, yeah, it's called boundaries. It's called boundaries, and she has none. And yeah, now she's gonna play the victim because oh, she just wanted to good. She just wanted to surprise me. She, no, it's not just for you. It's for everyone else. Yeah, you have no business dropping stuff off at my house without anyone knowing. That's the part. Now, without anyone knowing, unannounced. Like, hopefully, I'm moving out soon, and when I do, she's not gonna. She's not gonna know where I moved. She does not get to have this access to me. So yeah, I made a decision. I'm not gonna go visit my family for Christmas. They don't deserve it. They wasted their chance. That said, I love you all. Good night.